You're watching the Be a Hero Gaming channel, where we talk about wonders of the first and games and how you can be a hero in your real lives. Today, we're going to talk about the contents of a Serialized Advantage booster pack versus a collector booster pack. Right now, these are currently the only two products that are available, the Serialized Advantage and the collector boosters. Eventually, play boosters will come out, and that will be pretty soon here. But we don't really have a time horizon on when those are going to come out. So first of all, I wanted to talk about these two boxes for just a second here. When I backed the Kickstarter, this is what I was getting. And I thought I was getting the best of the best, the limited edition, first edition cards that were only going to be available to Kickstarters. And it turns out there was something better than those that I didn't know about. Now, these boxes were available to people before the Kickstarter happened, and people took a pretty big risk to go in on these. This is when the game was in its infancy, and a lot of the mechanics haven't even been decided yet people bought these for a lot of money. And when I initially found out these were available, but only in the secondary market because they'd already been all passed around, I was kind of upset and thought, hey, I thought I was getting the best that there was, but it turns out there's something better. And again, initially, I kind of was just down and upset. And then I started to realize, wait a second, why don't I just get one of these? If they're available in the secondary market, I bet I can get one. And it turns out I got more than one. I got a few of these. It was very expensive to get these, and you're going to see why here in just a second. But guys, in your lives, if you're upset about something, if you realize there's something better that you could have gotten or could have done, don't just be down on yourself and feel bad about it. Sit down on the couch and start pouting. Figure out what you can do to get what you want. These cards are kind of insignificant, whatever. They're just cardboard rectangles. But if there's something you really want in your life that's not panning out, what steps can you take? What action can you take so that you can get what you really want? Don't just sit down and feel sorry for yourself. So with that said, I was able to get a hold of a couple of these things. Let's talk about the difference between these. First of all, the major difference is that these packs contain 12 cards. These packs contain 15, okay? And as far as what you get inside those packs, we have a couple here that we're going to open so that you guys are going to see kind of what the pack opening experience is like. But just as a quick summary, this box is mostly paper cards, okay? You're going to get a single foil card out of each pack, maybe two, one OCM per box. So in the entire box of cards, you're going to get one OCM, maybe a stone foil, hardly, not very likely, but you could get a stone foil too. People have done it. But you're going to get one per box. And then one out of every 3 packs is going to have a borderless formless foil that looks kind of like this. So a card with no border on it, formless foil card, one out of every 3 packs. The other slot will be taken up by a token. This box is only formless foil. So the formless foil I just showed you, every card in these packs are formless foil, with the exception of an OCM per pack, or maybe a stone foil. So every one of these packs is going to have a orbital color match card, or OCM, and all of the rest are formless foil. Okay, and again, these, you might get 10 formless foil out of the box, and you will probably just get one OCM, as to here where you get an OCM per pack. Now, something that's interesting that I was thinking about this before I forget is, as I was making this video, I started to think about the difference between, and I have a couple of cards here just to show you, the difference between the formless foil cards and the standard foil cards. Everybody's after the formless foil because they look cool, they don't have the border, and in fact, the image is a little bit more zoomed in. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but these are very cool looking cards as opposed to just the standard foil cards. As of now, I feel like the regular foils are more rare than the formless foil. And here's the reason why. Because this thing is packed full of formless foils. And so I've noticed as I've opened a couple of these, I have stacks and stacks of formless foil cards, but I'm only going to get one of these per pack in here. And so you're going to end up with a ton of these if you've got some of these boxes. And even if you don't have these, there's going to be a lot of these floating around because people have these, are going to be opening them and selling the formless foils. These are a lot harder to come by. Now, that's going to change when the play boosters come out, because when the play boosters come out, you're not going to be able to get these, and you won't be able to get the OCMs and the stone foils anymore. Only the paper cards and the regular foils. So again, when the play boosters come out, that might change because there'll be a lot more of these available. But as it stands now, again, comment below what you think about that. I would love to hear your thoughts, but I almost feel like these are more rare just because they don't have Serialized Advantage boosters that are full of the standard foils. So anyway, something interesting to think about. And you can see that as we open these up here. Okay, so biggest difference, again, 12 cards, 15 cards. We're going to crack these packs here and just kind of show you guys the difference between those. We'll start with the regular collector booster here. And again, 1 out of every 30 of these contains an OCM. So it's highly unlikely that this pack is going to have an OCM. Highly unlikely. It, again, will have 1 foil card, maybe a formless foil. 1 out of every 3, you'll get a formless foil. But again, it's not likely. So what you're going to start out with is, when opening this, with both of these packs, is the good cards are going to be sandwiched between commons and commons on the front and the back. Okay, so your standard pack is going to start out with 3 common cards. And actually, interestingly, I actually did this video already, and this is a redo because I kept saying the wrong thing. This is a common. No, it's an uncommon. No, wait. And I sounded like a total idiot, like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I am definitely not an expert, but again, just wanted to show you guys what you can expect here. But I redid the video, so I sound a little bit more intelligent on what I'm talking about here. So we're going to have 3 common cards that you're going to start out with, okay? So we get this common dude here, we get a common Shark Man, and we get a common Zenic Azimuth, okay? So after the 3 commons, you're going to end up with 2 uncommons. I love Scylla's Scale Whisperer. She's so cool. Okay, so 3 common cards on top, followed by 2 uncommons. Put the uncommons over here. Then you're going to get a foil common. You're going to end up with 6 commons, 3 in the front, the foil common, and there's 2 more in the back. Okay, so you end up with a foil common. Then you're going to end up with a foil card of any rarity. And in this case, we get Captain Rostar Corwind. Okay, so how cool is it? So again, 2 foil cards here. One of them's a common. And again, you're going to see here when we crack this thing out, we're going to end up with a ton of formless foils. So I don't know, man, these foil cards might be more rare. I don't know. Until the play boosters come out. So after your common foil, you're going to end up with a foil of any rarity. We happen to get a rare one. Very good. And then is the hit or the token. Okay, in this case, we got a token. All right. Most likely it's going to be a token. This would be the slot where the OCM or the formless foil or the, in extremely rare circumstances, the stone foil would be. Most likely you're going to get a common there. Okay. Now, after the common, you are going to get a rare or better. Okay. And then, in this case, we got a rare. And then after that, you're going to get a card of any rarity. So this could be anything. We got another uncommon. All right? But again, this slot could be a card of any rarity. And then followed by 2 more commons. Okay? We got a common here and another common. So you're going to end up with 6 commons every time. One of those being a foil. You're going to end up with a foil of any rarity. In this case, we got a rare. And then 2 uncommons. A card of any rarity. In this case, we got a uncommon, and then a rare or better. Okay, and then a token. Again, usually it's going to be a token. Sometimes it will be a formless foil, OCM, or and on the back of that is a unknown land. So that's kind of cool. So whatever token you get, whatever realm it's from, in this case boundless, you're going to get the unknown boundless land on the back. And this way, if you're playing sealed, you can still have a couple of extra lands if you want to use in your decks. Okay, so that is what is to be expected inside of a collector booster pack. And again, totally different pack opening experience for the Serialized Advantage, or SA, they are called. Also, they're called dragon boosters because, you know, there's a dragon on the front of the box. But the name for these is Serialized Advantage Booster Pack. And inside the Serialized Advantage Booster Pack, the first thing you're going to end up with, again, it's very similar. Commons on the front, commons on the back. You're going to end up with 4 common cards. And you're going to notice that these are all formless foil. Okay, and this is where all these formless foil cards keep popping up. And who knows, maybe until those play boosters come out, the regular foils are probably going to be more rare and harder to come by than the formless foil. Okay, so we're going to end up with 4 commons. We get the Spellbroken Flame Golem. We get the Ethereal Enigmist. Maybe 4 of these. We got Trinity Barboni. And our 4th common is going to be the Fortress Orcscar. Okay, 4 commons on the front. Now we are going to have 4 uncommon cards. 4 commons, 4 uncommons. Let's slide these over there a little bit, make some room. Now we're going with 4 uncommon cards. We have the Tech Nomad Nyx, and we have Bombi, and we have Pathfinder Klee, and the 4th uncommon is going to be the Solaris Stormcaster. Now, behind this 4th uncommon, again, 4 commons, 4 uncommons, it doesn't say this, but we have only gotten epic or better. So I think behind this uncommon is an epic or a mythic. In this case, we got the epic Bone Harvest Harp. Okay? I don't know this because it doesn't say it anywhere, but we've only got an epic or a mythic behind that 4th uncommon. So I believe that's what this slot is. And the slot right behind this one is the banger. In this case, it looks like an uncommon Petraea because it's out of 75. That's where your OCM is going to go. Okay, so Bone Harvest Harp, the epic or mythic card. Then here's we got the Ashen Leaf. That's a cool one. So Ashen Leaf number 46 out of 75 is the OCM card that we're going to get. So we're going to take that one off and set that one aside here. Then these next 2 cards, we have, again, I don't know what these slots are. We've only gotten rares. So these next 2 slots is rare and rare. And then you're going to get 2 more commons. Or 3 more commons. 3 more common cards to add to the common stack. That is what you can expect from a Serialized Advantage booster pack. Now, again, you can see there's a lot of formless foil here. I don't know. If we open up a bunch of these, is it going to turn out that there's more of these than there are of the standard foil? I don't know. Until the play boosters come out, that's obviously going to change all of that. So very cool pack opening experience. But again, you're going to pay a lot more for this pack than you will for the standard collector booster. I hope that's helpful in just getting you to understand what's inside these packs and what you can expect. Again, if you are in a situation where you're unhappy with your situation, don't just sit down and pout about your situation and feel sorry for yourself like the world's out to get you. What can you do to take steps to get what you want? I would not have the Ashen Leaf OCM right now if I just sat down and pouted about the fact that I didn't have any Serialized Advantage packs. It was expensive, and I had to learn how to use some online systems that I was not familiar with, but I did it because I wanted some of these cards. I hope that's helpful, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys take care.